Some condoms too like have a powder that then like once the juices are there, it's supposed to like make it more lubey.
Really? I didn't know that.
Really? Yeah. Or maybe those are expired condoms. I don't know.
Whatever guide was like, it's supposed to look like that, babe. Don't worry about
I promise.
You're like, or you haven't been laid in 10 years. Okay.
Right, yeah.
We'll stick with it's supposed to look like that.
Right.
Anyways.
Didn't see you there.
Hi.
Welcome back to Feelings and F-Bombs. This is a different vibe, but it's okay. We are versatile and we do it all, people.
We're really showing you all facets of our personalities. We can be humorous. We can be sad. We can be physicists. Physicists?
We can be Pythagoreans. We do it all, people. We can walk on our hands and our legs.
Wow.
What a flex. But yeah, no, today we kick it off with what has us fucked up. I was recently sick, so I give my story.
I don't know why. I thought you were going to say something else with that.
I was going to, but then I was like, I'll let her.
And then I talk about my baby boy who has recently crossed the rainbow bridge, and I'm very sad about it. I am now at the point where I can talk about it without crying. So if crying freaks you the fuck out, don't worry, I did not.
No crying, trigger warning. But we do get into grief. So yeah, this episode just has a little bit different of a beat. Of course, we put our tinfoil hats on afterwards and naturally talk about how time is made up. Yep. So if you want to hear about that and that kooky statement, then we'll see you in 2 seconds. Yep. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hi. I was not looking at the camera at all. I was looking like up here.
Hello.
We are in 4K.
We have 3 lights set up. A new camera situation. Our regular,
our
schmegular titties.
Not mine. My large knockers. For me.
Pregnancy boobs are probably, different. Mine are the same. We're here, like, we got to set up.
New bitches. Hopefully this will be better for you guys.
We got our tropical smoothies. Which is different than our Welch's. They still haven't sponsored us, so we're trying it out.
Sponsor us. I almost did something so silly and almost turned this sideways so it could be red.
You don't want to like blizzard style it when you like try to...
Can you imagine? You go to a smoothie shop and you're like, all right, I gotta test it. And it just dumps out.
What? I am obsessed with these though. I love them.
This is amazing.
Any smoothie with like mango. Oh,
is that what you ended up getting? I recently, my husband put me on kiwi. My husband loves kiwi, allegedly. I never knew this. And it's not that I've never had a kiwi before, but I'm like, I just don't really remember what it tastes like. So freaking delicious.
If you are struggling to shit,
okay,
if you eat the kiwi, the whole thing,
the hair and everything,
you gotta eat the hair.
Oof.
But you will have a smoother poop.
I guess like there's a lot of nutrients and a lot of skins.
I think it's something about like the fiber. You could blend it up in a smoothie. Maybe it won't be so fuzzy. If you're a texture eater, maybe you won't like that.
I don't think I would.
Okay, don't try that.
Like my like I want to pull my tongue out of my head thinking about eating the hair of a kiwi.
It wasn't that bad to me, but I can do things like that. You're like unwell over there.
Yeah. I'm like trying not to like crawl within myself right now.
We don't need to do that. We don't need to talk about that anymore.
But I love that you can eat the hairy kiwi balls.
Yeah. I can also eat the tops of the strawberries.
You're a freak.
It's not my favorite.
Okay.
But it's like because I know that it's good for me.
Oh, I see. I wish I could have that mindset because there's like so many things that are so good for you, but I just can't get over the concept of it.
Like what? Like liver? Well, you don't eat meat anyways.
I mean like meat in general. Yeah, meat is so nutritious for you and I can't because of the texture.
I'm actually really curious about that statement. So for book club, we always talk about book club.
Yeah.
But we read a book that was very pro fruit and veggie and not very pro meat.
Yeah, that's right. Because of all the carcinogenics. And,
If anyone's not crunchy out there, any processed meats are carcinogenic. They actually, I think, just recently labeled bacon as like highly carcinogenic. Sausage, your deli meats, pepperonis. I mean,
all of it is mostly because of the way that the animals are being fed.
I think for the sausage and like the processed meats
was the sausage like,
this is a little bit different. So it's actually the process of the way it's cooked. It's something about the way the chemical compound, whenever it gets cured, and then whenever you cook it at a high heat, it like releases in a certain way. So that specifically, but you're right, with a lot of other meat.
With some of the other stuff.
It was like, if the animal is like eating something bad or like in a condition where illness is spreading or getting pumped with hormones, like whatever.
Yeah.
Because yeah, that's whenever it was like the swine flu or something like came from pigs and then we ate them. And like we wouldn't normally have been exposed on the same level or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm curious about like how good meat is for us, because also if you look like evolutionary, we probably didn't eat that much meat, or we had seasons of eating meat, I would assume. Like,
yeah, that's true.
And the number one preventable disease is heart disease that is specifically linked to cholesterol, which is animal fat. So I have so many questions where it's like, are we supposed to eat meat? If so, how much? And can our bodies, like your body's surviving without meat?
I mean, I think like everything is probably within moderation, because even for like veggies, you're not supposed to eat so many of like broccoli, cauliflower. I think just like too much of one thing probably isn't good for us. I mean, I think it's why we have like the little triangle.
Did you see the
triangle? They changed it.
Yes. So now meats and veggies, I think, are like the ones you're supposed to eat the most of.
Yeah. But besides everything in the world killing us, do we want to talk about what else has us fucked up?
Do you want to start?
Yeah, I can go. So what has me fucked up, so we actually had to take a week off of recording. I am currently 7.5 months pregnant, which is so wild. 30 weeks, baby. So we're trying to record as much as we can before I have the baby, so we can just like have a nice little buffer. But last week I was on my deathbed with the fucking flu, bro. That shit was awful. I also didn't realize how like big of a deal it was if you're pregnant with the flu, and that it hits you harder. I haven't had the flu since I was in first grade. I rarely get like sick. I was out of work for a whole entire week and at the hospital for like a night. Which
oh my God, I didn't know that you stayed overnight.
Where we live, thank goodness, we have a level 4 hospital, which is like the highest level hospitals that you can have. So because I guess our hospital is just bigger, we have a separate emergency department just for labor and delivery. So like we literally went to, they call it the OB-ED. And I mean, we were in the waiting room for like maybe 10 to 15 minutes. And then we went back and it was just like peaceful, quiet. It wasn't like super intense like an ER. So I was on my deathbed all last week, and I have no human children yet. I only have my fur child, and there was some points, I think like twice, I called my husband because I was overwhelmed. We love the mascot so much, and he is a senior citizen, but he does have a lot of energy. I mainly work from home. We have a pretty good cycle. Like we wake up at 8 a.m., he gets his breakfast, potty at 12, playtime at 12, playtime again at 3, playtime at 5, dinner at 7.
And he has a better routine than me, honestly.
Same.
Like, I don't have my life together like that.
No, I don't either, but I have his life together for him. But because I was on my deathbed, I could not do it. And I felt so overwhelmed. And all I was thinking was, how the fuck do people do this with a child? How the fuck do single people do this with a child? Because I felt... I don't want to say like I felt like woe is me, but I guess kind of. And then I got snapped with reality because I'm like, this is a fur child. At least Roscoe can't talk.
If he's complaining, he can't verbalize.
Which sounds so bad, yeah. Because like, I mean, he'll like whine and like, do his little things. But I mean, with him, I can just be like, go get me a toy, go get me a toy. And he gets a toy and like we can kind of play right there and that suffices it. But like a kiddo just needs so much more than that. It hit me that there's going to be a point in time where I'm sick and my husband has to take care of our kid primarily, or like if everyone's sick in the home, like now I really have a better understanding of like why you don't want your whole household to get sick. So that's what has me fucked up, is I know that that's a reality. It's not a if it's going to happen, it's a when it's going to happen.
That is tough. I wonder if there's like tricks out there of how, like, obviously, if you have family close, maybe they can help, but they're not going to want to get sick. So unless it's something like they've already caught and are happy to help you, like that's tough.
Yeah. I'm just, knock on wood, that I don't get sick whenever he's like teeny tiny. Oh man. So I guess I'm kind of glad that flu season is like, we're kind of at the tail end of flu season. I'm hopeful that whenever Dakota arrives, I don't know if I've said this on here, but his due date is 4/20. Woohoo! Hopefully by April 20th, then like we're well past all the things.
But really, when you think about it, after birth, like postpartum, you kind of are sick.
You're healing for sure,
yeah. Like you're kind of down for the count.
I know. I was thinking about that too. And I'm in lactation consultations right now. She was telling me me how it's preferred that you don't start using pumps until 4 weeks. And Devin, just because of like his job, the nature of his job, he's only going to be able to take off for 2 weeks. It's going to be hard whenever he goes back to work, and then it's just me, or who knows, maybe it'll be easier. Kidding.
Maybe some things harder, some things easier.
Yeah, we've already talked about like what the nighttime routine will be. Devin gets him, he changes him, gives him to me to nurse, changes him again, go back to sleep. And like the bassinet's not even going to be on my side. He's been doing so much research. He's like, no, like the bassinet can't be on your side because then it makes you produce more milk. And then y'all like sync up, and then he's gonna be up all the time.
That's interesting.
They can like smell your milk. So wild.
But I mean, it kind of makes sense. He's in your body for so long. You're literally building him.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense that like when he comes out, he's still very in sync with you.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. It's not gonna happen.
Right.
But what has me fucked up is not really positive, but I do think that it's important to talk about because like it's life. And also it would almost feel wrong, I think, if I don't, since it's such a big part of my life. But the ofrenda is for my fur baby, Titan. On Monday, he very suddenly, very quickly passed. It was a shock. Obviously, as a pet parent, you're pretty confident you're going to have to live through that. I think I was preparing for this as best as I could. You really can't prepare for it. It hit me like a train. It was a morning that was normal to like having to say goodbye. You can't prepare. But he was the bestest boy, and I'm very thankful for him. And it's super hard, but I mean, like, it's life. And so I'm trying to remember all of the good things. And like we were talking before this, I'm so lucky. I'm lucky to have him. I was lucky the way it happened. He didn't suffer. I think that the universe, we're getting spiritual for a minute, but I feel like death and spirituality kind of go hand in hand. Even in the hardest part, had his back, had my back. And so I can just be thankful. Anybody who has a Great Dane knows that they have like such a weird but great personality. Yeah. And they're just like funky creatures. They're like a little bit stubborn, but they're very gentle giants. So I'm gonna like very quickly tell this little story. Whenever I got Titan, I had purchased another dog when Craigslist was a thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That was sold to me sick though. So this dog like immediately passed, like within a week. That was my first experience with death. Oh gosh. So like, yeah, it was rough because I was like,
how old were you?
17 or 18.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because I was in college, so it was my first dog. Yeah, I got this dog. Within a week, this dog, like, passed. I did everything I could. Like, I was feeding with a syringe, taking it to the vet, like, really trying. I cried for a month almost because it was like, when you experience death for the first time, you have to come to the realization of it's, like, truly final and out of your control. And you don't, there's so many unanswered questions around death. And so it was a lot. And at the time, my ex was like, honestly kind of a dick, but he was like, I can't deal with how sad you are. I'm gonna find you another dog. Like, you need to get over it, basically.
Once again, and I mean that with my whole chest.
It wasn't great, but he was like, you only knew this dog for a week and you've cried about it for like a month. Like, what is going on?
Okay. So, sorry, I have a fucking heart.
Yeah.
And like your first experience with death.
Yes, whatever. But what came out of that was positive was Titan.
Oh, okay.
And because he ended up finding him for me and like was pretty much forced this dog on me. I was like, I can't afford a Great Dane. I'm in college. Like, are you kidding me? I'm eating rice. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. I work at Chipotle.
I literally work at Chipotle. Yes. Like, I'm only able to eat because of Chipotle.
Because of Chipotle. Yeah.
I'm making $8 an hour. So I ended up getting him. At first, I didn't even really like him, honestly, because he had tummy problems and was shitting all over my carpet. And Titan. I took him to the vet. Like, I was spending all this money trying to figure it out. Yeah. And then it was some lady at Petco who was like, he might be allergic to chicken. So if your dog is having tummy problems and they're saying chicken and rice, try that. Because like, listen to your vet. Yeah. But then try salmon or like something else. Beef, but I never bought that. Yeah. Because that's more expensive. And again, I'm broke. But I did. And then it was so much better. Yeah. But then he was just like the best boy. It was like being able to shift grief to like love again, I guess, was really helpful. I'm not going to do that this time. I need to heal. And also I do have Coda, which is a mini Aussie who's not very mini. Yeah. And then Nala, who is like a lab mix, and a cat named Lalo. So like, I'm very thankful though, because again, the universe just had my back. Like, my fiance moved in with his dog before Titan passed. So like, my other dog could bond a little bit more with this dog. So he's not alone. Even through the pain, there's so many little blips.
I didn't even think about that one.
Yeah. Where I'm just like, I'm so lucky. This again is never a good situation. Right. I've been losing my mind every day, but there's so many things I can be thankful for. And so many things where I'm like, damn, the universe really has my back. This had to happen. And I've been getting slowly prepped to like
Yeah.
make it a little bit easier for like months. And I didn't know. But now I can look back in hindsight and be like, thank you. Like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So it's hard, but I believe my T-Boys is happy with me in spirit.
He really did live such a good life because you made a post about it. And I had never known Titan as like a puppy or anything. And so seeing all those photos of just like whenever he was younger, I'm like, oh my gosh. It's wild because you don't notice your dog aging until you look at photos. Because like same with Roscoe, and he hasn't even really been in my life super, super long, just like half a decade. There was one that you posted, but I could just like tell like he was younger in his face and he was just so cute.
Oh, yeah.
Such a big lug and his spot on the couch.
That is the hard thing too about like grief. The most random things will just like fucking slap you. And you'll just be minding your own damn business. And then you'll see something, hear something, and it's just like you're back at square one. If you're grieving, take it easy on yourself. I've been really interested through this process of like a healthy version of grief and like what that can look like, because I want to take care of myself. And I think like when you're in such, for some reason it sounds dramatic, like deep despair, it's easy to like want to turn to something to like make it feel better. And that doesn't have to be meth, but it could be like scrolling on your phone or like eating or like literally anything. And I think I'm just interested in this kind of like how to grieve in a way that honors him and is healthy, but also can protect myself, because I don't want to drown in pictures and like constantly feel terrible when it's like I do need to live. It's hard because I love animals and I definitely loved him. Like he was my baby, but you got to be healthy about it.
You do. And I think the common misconception too with grief is like there's no going around it. There's no going over it, because even if you try to go around it and you try to go over it, because of just like all the little things, it's right in front of your face again. So until you really do go through grief, allow yourself to feel all the feels, but doing it in a way that still honors the ones that you lost. So whenever you are triggered, that's your invisible string. It's hard and it's sad because it's like, this thing that used to be a concrete thing is now just a memory, or it's a abstract concept now, but it's still a tie that you have to that person, to that animal, to that place, whatever it may be. Yes, it hurts and it's sad, but so many good memories with those invisible strings. And also that can be a way that they're like talking to you, like, hey, I'm doing good. I think that's beautiful too, is whenever you have the ability to remember those things too. Sometimes those things don't just like randomly pop into your brain. Sometimes it is a message or a sign. Also, I think a common misconception with grief is that once we have lost this person, place, thing, animal, we think, okay, now I have to learn how to move on. It's like, not really. Like, you can still allow this person, this animal, or this thing to move alongside with you in life. Who has said that, like, you have to forget them and never think about them again and never talk about them again? Like, that's just not human. It's not realistic, nor does it honor them at all. If you're anyone out there that is going through grief as well, just remember those things. Even if it's 10 years down the line, 5 years down the line, 20 years down the line, you're still going to get triggered at times, because grief is something that never goes away. It just feels like it shrinks over time. Whenever grief first happens, it probably feels like it is taking up a lot of your life, a lot of your mental and emotional capacity, maybe even like your physical self too, just like feeling exhausted because it just happened, of course. But as time goes by, it shrinks down, it shrinks down, it shrinks down, but it never goes away. It's an experience that happened to you.
Anytime I'm like absolutely losing my mind, I'm just reminding myself that is how much I loved him. Like, because grief really is just like love that it can no longer go where it used to. And so I'm just reminding myself, like, damn, this is how much I loved him, and that is an honor.
That you had the opportunity to experience such a true love like that.
It also reminds you, like, to be grateful for the ones that you have. I was editing this podcast, episode 16, and we like very briefly touch on the tornado that happened. And how it like really is kind of freaky because with weather you like can't control. And I really had this moment of, holy shit, my home could have been taken from me. And it really puts into perspective like how lucky you are when something like that happens. And I think that grief is a very painful reminder of loving people and like being grateful for things that you can take for granted, like your health, your home, or your whatever it is. Like just really, really like looking at this and having gratitude for it, because you don't notice how much you like it or need it until it's gone sometimes. But grief kind of puts that back in your face. Like, no, nothing is yours on this planet. You are borrowing and you are here for a limited time. And so like, just be appreciative and love and like try to get the most out of it, because it's temporary, and everything and everyone is temporary.
And I feel like that kind of goes into what we're going to talk about next, just about like time being a construct. I feel like I could talk about this for so long because, okay, tinfoil hats, everybody. Time does not exist. Time only exists because we believe it, basically. So yeah, time is a construct. It's kind of like funny because I think about, okay, like one, I love true crime. I love documentaries about like cults, and even sometimes like organized religion, I feel like can sometimes fall into this too, because it's just like on a more extreme level, specifically with cults, it'll be like a wild belief. But because all of these people fully believe it, it makes it real to them. Same thing with time.
Yeah. At first I was like, where are we going with this? I see it now. I come connecting the dots.
With time. Because it is so like normalized, and which I get it. We have to have time. It goes into so many things. It always goes back to capitalism. But it's what dictates how long we work for. It's how much we get paid. Same thing with like schools. What do you think it would be like if we just like didn't have time? I think we would all be on natural timers as far as like our sleep and like our what is it called, circadian rhythm.
Yeah, I think that we would still have a linear concept of time in the grand scheme of our lives, because the way we store memories, we have that concept of the past.
Yeah.
And then things that we imagine that could be the future, and then the now. Yeah. So I still think we would have like a general construct of time.
Right.
And then yes, the sun rises, and then we have the seasons.
Yeah. I just see that. I kind of like that. Like I wish that was it. Yeah. You know, it's like we know that the sun rises and we have about like this many hours to work in the day, and like, okay, whenever it's kind of just, I guess, like getting back to primal stuff, because then it's like, okay, like the season's changing. That means that we have to get our house ready in this way, or get this type of food. Like this is the kind of food that we eat during this time because certain produce aren't in season, you know?
I mean, I feel like, isn't that a larger like idea that's been kind of going back to the basics? Because it's just fucking exhausting living in this world that's like so overwhelming all the time and busy and like filled with nonsense. Like sometimes like time, yeah. But actually taking time as a construct on a deeper level, like to physics. I'm reading this book called Existential Physics.
Linked in the description below.
It's a hard read though. I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm on like page 10. Okay.
Like, and how long have you been reading it like, for? Months.
I do this thing. I can't read nonfiction, right? That's not fake. Yeah. I can't read nonfiction very well. So I do this thing where I literally have to put it in the bathroom. So I won't bring my phone in when I want to poop. Oh. And I will just read.
I like make sure that I have my phone with me when I poop.
Well, I used to. And then I was like, there's two things I want to do. I want to not scroll as much. Yeah. I said snot. I want to snot scroll as much. And I also want to read nonfiction, and I can't get through it. And so I was like, I'm just going to make this a thing where I just go in the bathroom. And one, it speeds up my poops because I'm like, this fucking sucks. And you're not supposed to sit on the toilet that much because it's like bad for you. Right. And two, I get a little bit of like educational reading in here and there. And so I have one in both of the bathrooms in my house. Oh my gosh. A new book, not the same book, a different book. Depending on the book I want to read, I'll just go. Oh, you'll just go to that bathroom? That's so funny. But it's a book about physics. And it's a woman who's trying to take all of these like super hard concepts and like make them a little bit more accessible. So time is actually literally like not real. Yeah. It is, but it's like my now is not your now all the time. And the way she kind of explains it is like time actually moves faster depending on gravity. Yes. And how fast you move. Yes. So what's really interesting about this is like our phones use GPS. Our phones have to account that the time isn't exactly the same as a satellite. So when we're doing the GPS tracker, because the satellite has a different gravitational pull and is moving faster, it literally does not have the same now. Like if you put a clock here and then there, the time won't align. A clock is just easier, but if you use, she said like something decay, oh my god, nuclear decay, or what are those things you flip over? That's sand.
An hourglass?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Like whatever time measurement you want to use, if you can make it exact, you can literally see time is not the same. But what's also interesting about that, okay, I'm going to do my best to explain it.
Okay, I also have a concept too. I'm wondering if it's from the same person, but it was this podcast that I was listening to about time and how we can like speed up and slow down time.
Ooh.
So I'm curious what yours is.
I'm going to try to use this example. Say there is a huge explosion, a nuclear explosion in space.
Okay.
And at the same time you were born, according to Sue.
Okay.
Sue is in space.
Okay.
Too. You're on Earth.
Okay.
So explosion in space, Sue in space. She's like about here. So she sees this happening at the same time as your birth. Phil is also in space.
Okay.
Maybe he's over here. The way that time, the speed of light, travels.
Yeah.
Phil actually sees this explosion happening at your death.
Whoa.
Because depending on how something's moving and like the speed of light and all these things, I'm doing a bad job of explaining, but it's really fucking hard, honestly.
No, you're doing good.
Then these things can coexist at the same time.
Yeah.
But 80, 90 years have passed.
See, but this makes sense too because it takes people so long to get to space and they start aging differently.
Yeah, they age slower.
Yeah.
Because of gravity.
Right.
And also speed.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because the concept is that we can't say this thing happens now. This thing happens at this time for everything because time is literally different. And we can prove that. It's actually like Einstein proved it. But because to Sue and to Phil, these things, the nuclear explosion happened at completely different times. Joe, we could just throw him in there too. He could say, oh no, this actually happened 7 billion years after this person dies or lives or whatever. Because the way that they are, like, it's just crazy. Time is literally a construct. Like, saying all of that wild shit, we have a meeting at 5 p.m. on a Friday. Like, fuck that. Fuck that.
And that makes sense too why like time travel has been something that's been talked about for centuries. Like people have been talking about how we've been able to time travel, and even like the Tesla guy, whatever his name is, like there's all these conspiracies that he actually did travel through time. And I don't know if he's in like this realm of time, but he was like onto this concept, made this thing. I don't know the full conspiracy, but I'll try to find a video to maybe link down below. If anybody listens to the Shane Dawson podcast or like knows who Shane Dawson is, his brother Jared, he's like really, really big into conspiracies, and so I'm pretty sure he made a video, so I'll try to link that. But it seems like it's something that is attainable, especially since it's based on like physics and whatnot. But going back to what you were saying about like everyone's kind of present moment being different. So there was this other podcast that I was listening to, and they were talking about more like what you were saying, more about like the present moment. And I'm sure there's physics that goes into it too, but they just like didn't talk about it. But it was talking about how we can speed up and slow down time, because whenever we are just like constantly doing something, obviously that just like fills up that space and it takes up that time, but it doesn't like allow you to really like fully live in the moment and like be in your life, if that makes sense.
So it's not time in a literal measurement, it's like perceived time.
Yes.
Okay.
It's perceived time. And so that's why it was also talking about this like time is made up, time is a construct, but then you have people that work their whole entire life because like, right, we're all trying to live this American dream and we're trying to keep a roof over our head, food in our bellies, clothes on our children's backs. But then it's like at the end of your life, what did you actually enjoy in your life?
Yeah.
And whenever you aren't doing a million things at one time, you can actually sit there and be present in that moment, just fully be there, instead of just like worrying about the next thing, or regretting and having shame for things that you did in the past.
Right, yeah.
And for those people that like live a slower life, so to say, they just have like more life fulfillment because they're able to connect with people better. They're able to like identify their own feelings a bit better because they can be present. Yeah, just like more life satisfaction. But it's just like so ingrained in us that it's almost like a trophy. If you did 20 things today, like, wow, you really have it together and you are really getting things done. But then it's just like, for what? Now,
Yeah.
great, you did all these things and now you're tired as fuck and you don't want to talk to anyone or connect with anyone. Like, every human is born with a natural need for connection.
Yeah.
And that is why whenever that need is not met chronically, that's whenever we start to have mental health disorders or extreme challenges with our mental health. But it goes back to this whole like time as a construct that's a bit more just like on a mindfulness level. But I really like this physics aspect about it too, because I feel like it just backs it up though, like by science. So AKA slow the fuck down, everyone. Just slow down.
Yeah.
Just chill out. Just be present in the moment. That thing that you think you have to do today, probably not.
There's something else about like, and I'm not going to get this right. I do kind of wish I had Googled this before I say it, but I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
So as you get older, perceived time speeds up.
Yeah.
So you think years fly by.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some science that they found where if you're, I think this is the part I'm not 100% sure of, so we should probably look it up. When you're younger, you're
Mm-hmm.
learning. And
Yeah.
you're always having new experiences.
Yeah.
And so you are really absorbing these like new stimuli, which makes time feel slower because you're having to like really process.
Yeah,
this
and like
stuff.
slow down
And
so
slow down.
you can literally focus.
Right. When you get older, your body learns autopilot.
Mm-hmm.
And so you say, I've done this before. I'm not
Mhm.
going to be present. I'm
Mhm.
going to just fly through it because I know how to do this. And you're not
Yeah.
learning. You're not spending that time being present. And it is scientifically the reason why your years fly by when you get older.
Yeah.
So slowing down, learning something new, going out and finding a new experience.
Yeah.
Walk around your house backwards with your shirt inside out. Reset your brain. I saw something on social media that was like, it pulls you out of autopilot just enough because
Yeah.
it's like your brain's like, what are we doing? Like,
Yeah.
you can't act on autopilot.
You're out of the matrix.
Yes,
You
like-
are out of the simulation.
Or you
Do you
have to, like,
imagine like you go out on the
focus.
street and you just like walk your dog backwards?
I've done it before, not the whole time, but
Yeah.
like, because walking backwards is actually really good for your brain.
Oh yeah.
So I've like walked backwards, like just for a little bit to like
Yeah.
exercise that. Then I feel like I'm gonna run into something, so I only do it for like 10 seconds.
Right, yeah.
I'm sure someone has seen me and was like, the fuck, but who cares? But yeah, I mean, so time
Mhm.
is real.
Mhm.
It's also fake and made up. And
Yeah.
also it's perceived. And also like, I don't know, pulling it back into grief just because we're talking about that too. Like, it is another reason to just be present.
Yeah.
Time is going to run out, even if it is perceived.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
so like, be present, learn things, be happy. Productivity is just the corporate world trying to get more out of you.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
is that
Suck
depressing?
us dry. That's okay. We're allowed to have depressing episodes.
Yeah.
Every now and then.
It's
But at least
life.
we have smoothies.
Smoothies make everything happy.
Yeah.
Want to sponsor our depressing?
Yeah.
show?
Come make us happy by sponsoring us with money. Because one thing that I will say, money does make me happy.
Money doing something like this too is
Mhm.
extra happy.
Yeah.
Like, money doing something you care about is
Yeah.
happy.
I don't think I'll ever experience I have so much money that it's like a burden, because that is a real thing. I don't think I'll ever get there. So I'll just be cool if I get enough money to be happier.
Oh, I thought you meant like you don't think that you would ever feel that way if you had so much money.
No. I'm saying like I don't think I'll ever make enough money to
I see.
experience
Okay.
that feeling, you know?
You might. You know, maybe you're setting yourself up for like not being disappointed.
Yeah.
Because I would like to get to the point where it's just such a burden. Where I'm like, oh my God, I have too many employees on my docket.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Payroll.
The dream is payroll for like people to help around the house and stuff too.
Oh.
I was at my fiance's niece's house
Uh-huh.
and they own a company. They're doing really, really well. And I was like, this house is so nice, but it would really suck to clean. And then I was like, bitch, they're not cleaning that house. Like, what am I talking about? No, this would be the shit because they have people who clean the house who probably do the lawn. Like they get to enjoy it. It's not labor to them, but I'm not at that point. So I was like, this feels like labor. Wrong mindset.
Wrong mindset.
It's not labor to them.
I can't even like grasp that mindset. I think it'll always be foreign.
Oh, I've been embracing it because like I hired someone, which it's like freelance work. It's honestly like $25 a week. It's not that much to do my laundry.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
right. I really need to look into that.
Once a month, I have someone to clean my house because I need deep clean. If I have the money, I think I'm going to try and invest in that.
It helps you slow down.
It also helps with like just honestly investing in things I want to do.
Yeah.
Because I'm not having to like clean my bathtub. I've been lucky enough to be in a point where like once a month cleaning isn't going to make or break me. So if I can, like, I think I want that piece. It's also a privilege and I recognize that and I'm appreciative of that. But also people can invest in other things too. Like some people love Botox and that's cool.
Yeah.
And that's where you choose to invest. If that makes you happy, that's awesome.
So, Tropical Smoothie, if you would like to invest in us.
Yeah.
It's the best. Sponsor us.
Yeah,
Thanks.
sponsor us.
This was fun. It's fun to be sad sometimes, which I feel like that's probably like the most therapist thing that I could have said. But it is, and I say fun in a nerdy neuroscience way because it's helping us process something. It's helping us make a very abstract concept just a little bit more concrete, which is so regulating to our nervous system. And I think being able to talk about it, dare I say, have a platform to talk about it. Yeah.
I don't know how high the platform is.
Right.
We got a step stool.
Right. Yeah. I have a plastic step stool
Yeah.
in my kitchen. That's our platform.
Yeah.
A squatty potty, if you will.
Perfect.
But I think it's really fun that we have a platform that we can talk about these things too, because you're not alone. And I think it needs to be talked about more, even the not fun things. Like it's normalizing, and we're all human, and we're all living in this time construct trying to slow down while also making money and not working but working. Easy.
Like, is that hard?
Like, it's even that hard? Us making 8 cents. Well, thanks for sticking around and being sad with us. And if you're new around here, feel free to like and subscribe our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is Feelings F-Bombs.
And we're not always sad.
We're not always sad.
If you're new here.
Yeah, if you're new here, we are not always sad, but it's okay to be sad. So, whatever. You can also follow us on Spotify, Instagram, TikTok at Feelings and F-Bombs. You can listen to us wherever you pod. We are literally everywhere. Feel free to like it on any platform. Leave a review if you feel so called. Drop a comment down below. And we'll see you next time. I'm Madeline.
I'm Alexis.
Have a good one, because I already said see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.